The year 2023 is here, and with it comes a bunch of new field research tasks you can get in Pokemon Go. If you don't know, every month the tasks you can get from spinning Pokestops does change, and today we're going to be going through the top 22 field research tasks you should be hunting in January. Now before we start, I do want to mention that when you get a field research task, the IV floor on those Pokemon is 10, 10, 10. I mean, you can't get IVs lower than 10, 10, 10 on each IVs. This means we're not going to be mentioning any Pokemon that are good in PvP with PvP IVs. If you don't know PvP IVs, you want these for PvP. I'll link below a video on why. We're only going to be talking about Pokemon that are good as 100% IVs or very, very high IVs, since those are the only IV sets we can really get from field research tasks. So without further ado, let's get right into it. In the number 22 slot, we're going to have the task trade a Pokemon, which will get you a Dedenne. You might think Dedenne, not a very good Pokemon. Why would I hunt this task? On January 10th, Shiny Dedenne does get released into Pokemon Go. Once Shiny Dedenne is in Pokemon Go, this is a great task to hunt if you end up missing out on that Shiny Dedenne during the upcoming Twinkling Fantasies event, as Dedenne is not a very common Pokemon, and this is a great way to hunt for that Shiny. Next up, in the 21 slot, we're going to have make 5 nice throws for Dunsparce. The reason you want to hunt Dunsparce right now is Dunsparce, the new Gen 9 Pokemon, although it's not in Pokemon Go, could come in the future. This is a great opportunity to get a good IV Dunsparce for when its evolution Dunsparce does drop in the game. Not that we know it's going to be a good Pokemon, but it's better safe than sorry. In the number 20 slot, we're going to have take a snapshot of a wild Pokemon for a Murkrow, a Hoppip, or a Yanma. Specifically, we want to look at the Murkrow here because Murkrow evolves into Honchkrow, in which Honchkrow is not a bad flying type raid attacker. I believe it is top 5 non-shadow, non-mega. So if you're looking for another flying type attacker to add to your team, definitely go after the Murkrows this month. In the 19th slot, we have evolve a Pokemon for an EV encounter. EV, of course, has a lot of different evolutions you can go into, but specifically we look at Umbreon because Umbreon as 100% IV maxes out just under the Ultra League CP cap. This is a great opportunity to get yourself a 100% IV EV, evolve an Umbreon, and run that Pokemon in the Ultra League. You could even evolve that EV into a Sylveon, in which Sylveon is not half bad in the Master League or as a fairy type raid attack. In the 18th slot, we're going to have power up a Pokemon 10 times for 25 Mega Aggron Energy. If you don't know, this task every single month rotates what Pokemon it's getting Mega Energy for, and this month it's going to be Aggron. Aggron, although not the most useful Mega, which shows why this task is so low on the list, is still good if you want to get some Mega Energy for Mega Aggron, since it's not really available in raids right now, so this is a way you can get Mega Energy for it. In number 17 slot, we have catch 5 Pokemon with Weather Boost for either a Poliwag, a Vulpix, a Hippotas, or a Snover. Again, we're going to be looking here at the Snover, in which Snover can evolve all the way into Abomasnow, and Abomasnow does have a Mega in the game right now. If you need a good IV Snover for Mega Abomasnow, like I do, I still don't have a hundo. This will be a task you're going to be looking out for this month. In the number 16 slot, make 3 great throws for an Onix encounter. Onix, of course, evolves into Steelix, in which Steelix does have a Mega form in the game right now. Again, not a very useful Mega, which is why it's so low on the list, but Mega Steelix is not a bad Mega to get, and if you need 100% IV or a good IV one, that's the task to hunt. We then have win a raid for a Mawile encounter. Now, Mawile as 100% IV is not very good in the game right now, but Mawile does have a Mega form, which could get released in the game in the future. If you don't have 100% IV Mawile for when this Mega does drop, like I don't, I'm missing a lot of hundos. This will be a task I'm going to be looking out for this month to try to get that hundo. Next up, catch 5 Electro-type Pokemon for a Flaffy encounter. I don't think we've ever seen Flaffy in tasks before. Flaffy evolves into Ampharos, in which Ampharos does have a Mega in the game right now, so another opportunity to get a good IV one through these tasks. Also, Flaffy being a stage 2 Pokemon gets you 300 Stardust every time you catch it. So what you can do is you can actually run from these field research tasks, throw them in your stacked task, which is kind of like a fail-safe bag storage force task to encounter at a later date, and wait for a 2 or 3 times catch Stardust event and get extra Stardust because these Pokemon normally get you boosted Stardust. In the number 13 slot, we're gonna have earn 3 hearts with your buddy, which will get you a Baneri encounter. Baneri is another Pokemon that evolves into Lopunny, and Lopunny does have a Mega in the game right now. I know a lot of these Pokemon are just good for their Mega forms, so a good opportunity to hunt a good IV Baneri or even some candies if you need to max out your Mega Lopunny. In the number 12 slot, catch 7 Pokemon for a Magikarp encounter. Magikarp, of course, evolves into Gyarados. Now, Gyarados itself is actually not a bad Master League Pokemon, better for the Premier Cup, and also not a terrible water type raid attacker. But specifically, we want to look at Mega Gyarados, which is in the game right now, a very strong Mega, and this is a great opportunity to hunt for a good IV Magikarp. In the number 11 slot, we're gonna have win 5 raids for an Aerodactyl encounter. Aerodactyl, of course, does have the Mega in the game right now, Mega Aerodactyl, which is the best rock type Mega in the game. If you don't have a Mega Aerodactyl set or a good IV Aerodactyl, this is the task you're gonna go after. However, win 5 raids is a pretty expensive task to complete, so I'd recommend trying to get 3 of them, complete them all at the same time, so you only have to win 5 raids for 3 Aerodactyl encounters. In the number 10 slot, spin 5 Pokestops / gyms for a Ralts encounter. Now, Ralts has a lot of options it can evolve into. If it's a male, it can evolve all the way into Gallade, and Gallade does have a Mega form that's not in the game right now, but a great opportunity to prep for it, as that will be a very strong Mega. Then, whether it's male or female, you can evolve it into Gardevoir. Gardevoir is a not bad fairy type raid attacker in the game, so good to power one of those up, and also good for the Mega form of Mega Gardevoir when it does drop, which I think is going to drop next month during the Valentine's Day event. This is a great opportunity to really go after those Raltses, try to prep for that Mega Gardevoir. Finally, hitting the single digits in the number 9 slot, power up Pokemon 3 times for either a Charmander, a Bulbasaur, or a Squirtle encounter. Now, all 3 of these Pokemon do evolve all the the way into their final forms, in which all 3 of them do have mega forms. So it is very useful to go for a good IV one through these tasks to prep in case you don't have a good one for the megas. Although these megas has been out for a while, so I'm hoping you already have a good Mega Charizard, Mega Venusaur, and Mega Blastoise. In the number 8 slot, power up Pokemon 5 times for either 10 Mega Venusaur, 10 Mega Charizard, 10 Mega Blastoise, or 10 Mega Pidgeot energy. Again, same thing as before, great to grind the Mega Energy for these Pokemon. Mega Energy tasks are never bad since getting Mega Energy is not that easy in Pokemon Go, especially since we only get like 3 Mega Rays every single month. In the number 7 slot, catch 10 Grass types, Fire types, Water types, or Normal types, and that will lead to 10 Mega Venusaur, 10 Mega Charizard, 10 Mega Blastoise, or 10 Mega Pidgeot energy. And of course, they will line up, so catch 10 Grass types will get you 10 Mega Venusaur energy. Same thing as before, great task to get Mega Energy. In the number 6 slot, we're gonna have power Pokemon 7 times for either a Mudkip, a Trico, or a Torchic encounter. Of course, we had the release early last month of the Mega Hoenn starters, and this is a great opportunity to get good IV ones for these Megas if you do not have one yet. I'm still looking for 100% IV Trico, so I'm definitely gonna be going after this task to try to get that 100% IV Trico. Number 5 is going to be AR mapping tasks for Poffins. Yes, it's not like a regular task, but AR mapping tasks can be completed and can get you Poffins, in which Poffins are normally a paid item or can be gotten from in-person raids. Poffins are great to excite your buddy and get you best buddies faster, so this is never a bad task to go after. Make sure you complete those AR mapping tasks. In the number 4 slot, we're gonna have hatch 2 eggs for a Beldum encounter. Beldum, of course, can evolve all the way up into Metagross, which is one of the most meta-relevant Pokemon in the game right now. Metagross being a good Steel-type raid attacker, a good Pokemon for the Master League, and also good for when Mega Metagross does release. Also, its Shadow form is very good, so you can prep some candies for that. A lot of people didn't like how I put it so high last month. This is such a high task, and that's why I put it at number 4, since hatch 2 eggs is not an easy thing to complete. In the number 3 slot, we're gonna have make 3 excellent throws in a row for a Gible encounter. Gible, of course, can evolve into Garchomp. Now, Garchomp is gonna be, again, good in the Master League. It's gonna be good as a Dragon and a Ground-type raid attacker, but you're gonna want Legacy Earth power on it for Ground types, and also does have a Mega form in the future. All around amazing task to complete, but again, it's not number 1 because make 3 excellent throws in a row is not easy at all. However, if you do struggle to make throws in a row, I'll leave a link to a video below on how to do this task super easily, anyone at any skill level. So go check out that video if you struggle with the make throws in a row tasks. In the number 2 slot, we are going to have the one, the only, make 5 great curveball throws in a row for a Spinda encounter. Of course, this is a task that we get every single month in Pokemon Go, but this does lead to the Field Research Task exclusive Pokemon, Spinda. Spinda is a very rare Pokemon, and specifically a very rare shiny, so go after it this month. By the way, Spinda is gonna be on pattern number 7 this month, so if you're still missing the shiny Spinda, number 7, that's the one you're gonna be getting this. And that leads us to the number 1 slot, the best Field Research Task to hunt in January of 2023, and it's going to be catch a Dragon-type Pokemon for a Dratini or a Bagon. Yeah, I know every single month they're very similar, the tasks that are in the number 1 slot, as we have nothing too crazy. There's going to be a Dragon-focused event next week, so it's gonna be very easy to find those Dragon-type Pokemon in the wild, and also Dragon types are boosted this season. I see a lot of Bagons and Dinos near my house all the time, so this task shouldn't be too tough to complete, and it gets you a Dratini, which Dratini evolves into Dragonite. Dragonite is a good Dragon-type raid attacker, and it's good in all 3 leagues, Great League, Ultra League, and the Master League. Or it can get you a Bagon. Bagon evolves into Salamence, in which Salamence is an amazing Dragon-type raid attacker, and also can evolve into Mega Salamence, which is actually getting released next week as well. So all in all, this is an amazing task to hunt this month because of the amount of Dragon-type spawns we're seeing in the wild, and also the release of Mega Salamence. On screen, I'm gonna put a list of every single task if you're wondering what task I didn't mention, as I only really mentioned the ones that are meta relevant. I'll also just link below this graphic if you wanna go ahead and check out all the tasks you can get this month. But do note, I mentioned pretty much all the good ones to go after. Comment below what tasks you're gonna be hunting the most this month, and we're gonna see you on the next one. Fun for this, everybody. Peace.